Welcome back to Scotties Hobbies. In this quick video, I'm going to give you the front brake torque specifications and the wheel lug nut torque specifications on a 2013 to 2020 Nissan Pathfinder. But first, please hit that like button right now, like and subscribe while we're here. Now, proper brake torque specifications are very important when you are doing a brake job. It ensures that everything is tightened down properly, nothing is going to vibrate loose, you're not going to break any bolts or strip any bolts out, and you make sure that the pads are evenly and properly seated onto the rotor when you get done with your brake job. So proper brake torque specifications are very important in my opinion. Now you might be wondering where I get my brake torque specifications. To tell you guys, let me show you. This is the Motor Guide book, Brake Specifications Guide. Comes in very handy when I am doing BJs. I always want to make sure I'm doing the best BJ I can when I do a brake job, and this is where I get my information to do a proper brake job when I'm tightening everything up. Now let's get to the goods of the video. First off, your bracket to knuckle bolts. These are going to be tightened down to 107 foot-pounds. That's pretty tight. So these are 22 millimeter bolts. So these are 22 millimeter bolts, and we're going to tighten them down to 107 foot-pounds for the knuckle to bracket bolts. I used a 1/2 inch torque wrench to tighten these one down in my case, and I like to use the clicking type torque wrench, but you do what you want to do, and if you have a digital one, that will work just fine. Next, after you get that bracket tightened up and you get the brake pads loaded into the bracket, go ahead and put the caliper over the pads onto the bracket, grab these bolts, and go ahead and start them into your caliper. You're going to tighten these caliper to bracket bolts up to 34 foot-pounds. These are 17 millimeter bolts, and you're going to tighten them up to 34 foot-pounds again. When you tighten these up, you might want to use a crescent wrench or an open end wrench to hold the slider pins from spinning when you're tightening up these bolts. But again, 34 foot-pounds, 17 millimeters. Now after you get the brakes tightened up, you're good to go. You know that you have no leaks, everything's working fine, you're ready to put the wheel on. Now when you put the wheel on, you like to snug the lug nuts up while the vehicle is in the air. Then drop it on the ground and you're going to tighten the lug nuts up. When you tighten these lug nuts up, you're going to tighten them up in a star pattern. That'll cause the wheel to sit flush onto the hub and of the rotor so you don't get any vibration while you're driving down the road. If you go in a circle pattern, you might get some vibration because it might not seat properly or completely flat. So you want to tighten your lug nuts up in a star pattern, and you want to tighten these lug nuts up to 83 foot-pounds. That's less than the caliper bracket bolts. It's kind of crazy, right? 83 foot-pounds is the lug nut torque specification on this Nissan Pathfinder. Now, if this video helped you out, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Tell everyone about Scotties Hobbies. Make sure you check out the video library for other helpful DIY maintenance videos, and I will see you guys on the next hopefully helpful video. Thanks for checking out Scotties Hobbies.